now with all that flexibility, I mean, because of the flexibility, that's exactly why you're seeing them so successful on second pick. But now with the Phobias in the picture, right, things are just that much different. And right now, hey, last ban, is it gonna be a Phobias? Or will Team Liquid be the team to finally find a working solution to shut that Phobias down? Oh, wow.
I mean, it looks like they're gonna gamble on it, right? Hylos is their choice for the last ban here in the first phase. So Dewa United, if they want, they can definitely pick up this Phobias. We know Sorizo is able to utilize his hero as well. And what's the solution from TLID? This is something that we've seen a little bit too much.
I mean, earlier we saw the carry being used, and you can shred down the Phobias, but that's such a one-sided, you know, a kind of one-dimensional approach to try and shut down this tanky, mobile, sustainable frontliner. So I thought that the carry would have been enough to really shut him down, but we saw just earlier that it really wasn't the case for Fnatic Onyx. But as Mirko mentioned, the Vexana is the other one that has been explored, that has proven to be quite successful too.
The counter to Phobias is Vexana plus Terizla. Terizla to stop him in lane, Vexana to stop him in these fights. Terizla wins out in this lane against the Phobias and trades even as well. And when you get a lead, you get level 4 first, that we've seen multiple times. If the Phobias doesn't get level 4 before the turtle fight, gives you a massive advantage. And in these fights, Vexana, this is how Liquid beat, well, who was it? Alter Ego, when they got the Phobias. It's going to be the Julian though, for Dewa. Ooh, and the Moskov.
Right, Moskov coming through, so already showing their hand here, Dewa. They have the mobility, and they have the same idea right here. They can just play front to back and allow the Moskov to show up. But now for Team Liquid, doubling down, getting the Alpha as well. This means that initially you can get stun locked by the Vexana, and then the Spear of Alpha can be used on top of that, and that's a ton of true damage coming your way. So not going with the carry, but going with the Alpha to try and get that extra burst that might be required to seal the deal when it comes down to just shutting down this Phobias.
So how do they play here, Dewa? Do they, if they feel like they're not going to be able to win it out in that EXP lane, do they look for something else?
Wow.
Do they look for priority in the gold lane? Is that what we're going to be seeing in the second phase bans? Yes. The Gata does get banned out. Huge respect to Mueza, who was able to find success on it yesterday, I believe, against RRQ.
That's a quick draft banning phase though, the second one. With the Aurora banned away as well, not a lot of other heroes can match the Vexana's wave clear and crowd control potential. For Dewa though, Mathilda, interesting.
The Lolita and the Mathilda, we've seen that Witty has been one of the only roamers. Now we actually have seen Beloy as well pick up Mathilda, but yeah, Witty has been playing the Lolitas and also the Mathildas really, really well. Now, the Roger is still up for grabs, technically, for TLID. They didn't pick it up in the first phase, but they can certainly just utilize it here in the second phase. Up against a Moskov too, it's a pretty good winning lane. But it seems they might actually be looking for a roamer first. It's a Carmilla that they're hoping
Wait.
Nah.
Wait a minute.
There's no way. There's absolutely no way. So far, no synergy. Whoa, okay, no synergy with that Johnson, I was about to say. Yeah, they gotta go. Okay, they go for the Carmilla, man. Oh, man.
This team, man, keeping us on edge every single time, even at the drafting phase. This is why they're the crowd favorites at times. But with the Carmilla now, this idea from Dewa United to just keep going for the team fights, to just keep going for the front to back. Now with the Carmilla, it becomes that much more discouraging.
Yeah.
I agree. There's a lot of AoE setup coming in from the Terizla, even Vexana. And to top it all off, we have the Alpha to deal out that, you know, constant damage, and Carmilla to top it all off. Dewa, do they want to go for a different solution? Do they want to still double down on these team fights, or do they want to look for something different? Do they want to play with the side lanes? Do they want to go for pickoffs instead? Edith is their choice now. Let's see what they close it out with. It looks like Lilia is their choice.
More DPS. And DPS is the end of the game right here for sure. Every single one of these heroes can just constantly output that DPS, but so can the Nathan, man.
Yeah.
True damage, magic damage. Actually a bit of a lack of physical, technically, if you want to be nitpicky about the composition. But when it comes down to it, man, the output, I think, is matched by Team Liquid. So they won in the utility battle, and I think in sustainability, with the Carmilla and Alpha, and Terizla even, they can see the same. And when it comes to the shred, when it comes to the output of damage, with that Natan, I feel like it really rounds out that front to back for Team Liquid, man. Dewa, they have to try and find a unique way to approach this. A mere crash in the front lines might not really work in their favor.
This is a pretty similar draft to what RQ utilized up against Dewa United. And Dewa, the only thing that made them a threat towards RQ when RQ got the Natan was the Gatot Kacha. They dealt with it, and then they pick up the Natan against the Moscow, which is a winning matchup.
So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like the drafts are looking good for the Cavalry here for our final match of week number 5. Let's get into the Land of Dawn for game number 1 between Dewa United and Team Liquid ID.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Will Liquid be able to continue this run for upper brackets? Will they stop Dewa United's pursuit of playoffs in the way? Or will it be the opposite? Will Dewa be like, nah, no upper brackets for you, nerd. I'm
Not
gonna go
now.
to playoffs.
Yeah.
Will they go with the Geek Fam route of, hey, you're not gonna get up there, so, you know, oh, you're trying to get up there, we're gonna stop you and
Yeah, we
let
beat
some-
you in the playoffs.
Oh,
That's what Geek Fam did to RQ.
oh,
Remember?
bro, you know,
One against Rebellion.
let's not bring up
RQ
old
made it,
history here,
and then
Mirko.
RQ got knocked out by Geek Fam.
That was way back, you know. I mean, I think we have to keep vision right now here, you know. We can't
Right
keep
now.
focusing on the past, bro. It's a different time.
It's a different time, but it's never a different time with Campina, man. While we're on a technical break, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna enjoy some Campina ice cream. I
get it.
personally enjoyed like 3 backstage during the break earlier on.
That's a lot, bro.
It was good.
Yeah,
You sure your throat's okay?
yeah, I'm fine. I'm always fine.
I thought you were gonna
With
add it a little
Campina.
bit. Oh. Yeah, obviously. With Campina, you guys can just, you know, eat everything with moderation, guys. Don't go crazy sometimes, you know. You have to be careful.
Yeah, I
But
had
with
one.
Campina, no moderation is needed.
Okay. I was, you know,
Really?
talking about the watermelons you see there, because there's a watermelon. I would, for ice cream, for Campina especially,
That's
nah,
fine.
you
That's
don't need to
fine.
hold yourself off. Just keep on going.
Don't hold yourself off, Arashi.
I only had one. I should have taken like an extra one. I was concerned about health, but
I brought you one.
Yeah.
It's in the freezer.
And you only
is it?
took
Yes.
one, Arashi?
I brought him 5.
That's disrespectful to the effort.
I mean, I'm embarrassed to admit, but you know,
I feel
didn't feel like
disrespected
I could handle 2, man.
you
It's
even
just
lying?
too much.
Oh.
It's just too much deliciousness coming in from Campina.
Oh, man, overwhelmed by 2, I see.
Well, I mean, technically he was asleep for most of the break, so...
Were you eating while you were sleeping?
Exactly. It's a hidden talent passed down from my forefathers.
Okay, during this break, let's get back into the game just a little bit. During this break, I think we should be going in really soon.
Yes.
The Marshal, do we see? Okay.
That's not Danang.
Okay, it's not Mr. Danang,
Oh,
but
bam.
it's Cupid nevertheless. Let's get straight back into the Land of Dawn.
Cupid.
Let's have a little bit of a look into the emblems and their spells.
One of the spells, though, 2 purifies in the hands of Witty and Iwanshiki, means that when it comes to the engage, the only real big tool that they have, I would say, is the Phobias and the Edith. More so the Moeza on the Edith than anything. And we know that Dewa are a team that likes fighting off the back of a clear, proper engage. So we'll have to wait and see. Emblems by IndieHome, though, you know that durability is off the question here. Tenacity for the Natan in that lane, and Rita's Finder as well. Like you said, Mirko, probably feeling confident in that matchup. Luminous Blessing for the Carmilla and the Vexana, though, so they're gonna be moving around the map very rapidly here, but against the Lilia, maybe Dewa can kind of stop it.
Moeza forced to onward there to actually get out. Fabian's already holding himself back from actually going in there. Case. Oh, Case, he's got to be careful. He walks up just a bit. That Spear of Alpha is going to be ready. And luckily, Case was able to space out just in time. Get an enhanced chain to answer it over. Oh, Cursed Blast almost took Case down.
That's a lot of damage, and Case is not yet level 4, so
wow.
he can't just dive out of there. And not to mention raise damage onto Yehezkiel to boot.
And we saw this coming, man. The mid lane is gonna be so hotly contested, with the roamers being so critical. Oh, the top side, Aran.
Oh, this is not what you want to see for the Terizla. Winning matchup against the Phobias. One more shot, Terizo. Oh, no! That is super unfortunate. He got HP just in time, and Aran will be able to run away.
It's way too close for comfort right there. You can barely see his HP, but look at this, Fabian going straight for the orange buff of Ray, letting go of the turtle.
Yeah,
An interesting
doesn't-
move. I mean,
Why?
understanding that the Lilia is gonna be pushing so much faster, and understanding that Aran was low in HP, immediately going for the trade there. That was a great call by Flavor Flav.
I mean, that's something that we did notice yesterday, right? In their match, TLID, they're very quick with their countermeasures. They're very quick with their counter plays. If they can't get this, what can they get in return? So that's a small win here for Fabian. He is still a level ahead of Ray as well. So even if they have a better setup later on in the second turtle, they should have an advantage. But meanwhile, Aaron Shiki.
Oh! Spear Destruction. Oh, I thought for sure Watt was going to take it. I thought for sure we were either going to get a what or a what moment. But okay, Watt's teasing us just a bit there. Okay.
That was dangerous from Aaron Shiki though, waiting to the last second to pop that entropy and go back. By all means, Watt isn't really winning. Forced to itemize in a bit more defensive fashion as well, rushing the boots, the magic defense boots. But look at the talent prediction right here. Once again, very one-sided. But Papulo, as always, is here to save the day.
Oh, Mueza, terrified, chain CC'd. This man's not even given the chance to go for the Primal Wrath, and it's Aaron Shiki who takes first blood.
How does he do that? How is Aaron Shiki always at the right place at the right time, right? That is beautiful resource management coming in from TLID. Giving him that kill will help him get to that power spike a lot quicker in already a winning matchup.
He just sees things differently than we do, man. Better Heaven completed for him as well. A big spike in his damage. Fabian, though.
Spear of Alpha coming down. Chorizo trying to go for the Demonic Force stacks, but he knows better than to go in. Aran is waiting in the midst. Chorizo will have to give this away. Mueza onward over to Fabian. People are coming back in. There's going to be some retaliation. Fabian's going the other way. Aran goes over the penalty zone. Witty correcting them with a Curse of Blood. It's going to be Aran who finds it good. Fabian move a Spear of Alpha there, but the Spear of Destruction comes down with the Infernal Pursuit. Witty forced to use a Purify, but it does not matter. Ray has the chain. Kaze has the glooms. Aran can only just run away as Yehezkiel peels him.
That's a small win for Dewa, right? Fabian taken out, no retribution for them. So Dewa United should be able to secure this without any contest from TLID yet again.
Wow, man, Team Liquid, that is a super aggressive move to cut the wave and stick around even after all that. They must have known that with the map going dark there, Dewa immediately were rotating to try and punish that maneuver. So they lost out in the value fight. I guess they were banking on the fact that Dewa would be too focused on the turtle maybe, and they wanted to try and punish Chorizo even more. But that was quick rotations coming in from Dewa.
Very quick. And let's see the retaliation coming in from TLID. As we take a look at a game fact here by GoPay. In week number 5 of MPL ID Season 14, Phoveus became the most frequently first-picked hero with 12 first picks out of a total of 16 games. And I guess we're seeing that success come through, right? Aran versus Chorizo right now. Aran is still holding his ground, as both of these EXP laners do want to look for the better trade.
Yeah, that would have been a bit different had he not lost the lane earlier. Witty gets chunked quite a bit there.
In fact, the frontliner really isn't a massive tank just yet, and running the Purify as well. That doesn't like a vengeance. There's danger for Witty to get punished right there, but Mueza...
Oh, good cancel by Aaron Shiki. Oh, canceling the onward. That could have caught Yasuke. Aaron Shiki. Now with the entropy forward. Find the kill, now Purify used up as well. The Infernal Pursuit over to Witty. Just as you call it, Arashi, he is not tanky enough.
All right, so that was a 1v1 trade, but that was a kill over to Aaron Shiki. Who was it a better trade for?
I feel like at this point, if you know that you're up against Team Liquid, trading 1-for-1, giving a kill to Aaron Shiki, you do not want that, man. But that was a bold move from the guy. Entropying forward and then Purifying to just walk out. Man, that was bold. And Dewa did not get to capitalize on that play.
Ooh.
As we talk about him, player head-to-head right here. As Iron picks up the Starlium. Wow, 6 minutes. It's a lot of burst damage available to him. Higher KDA, higher average GPM, and even in the team fight participation, Watt hasn't beat in the hero pool, but that's only just for now, right? There's still a lot of hidden picks we haven't seen from Aaron Shiki, and now they go for the turtle for once.
You can see Aaron Shiki placed there as well. Aran dealing some damage on the 2, actually distracting them, and still, with the body of Smith, look at him. He's all good, fine and dandy. As Fabian, Flava Fav, the usurper, takes the turtle away.
That's almost a 1k gold lead now for TLID. Watt's all alone. Will he be able to escape this?
Yes, Purify. He's going to have to time it perfectly now. The Purify used up, but Witty has a Curse of Blood. Yehezkiel might want to go for a dive. They got to be careful here. Yehezkiel with a flicker forward and the Eternal Guard. Oh, Fabian unable to look for it. It's a great disengage there. Fabian now caught in the 2v1 with the Primal Wrath used up. Ray's coming down as well. Oh! Why would he go back there? That becomes a 1-for-1. Chorizo was caught very low and now terrified. Penalties all missing. Ray trying to look for some more. Mueza's going to Farhan with another swing of the hammer. Oh man, it looked good, but then it became bad for Dewa.
What happened? 1-3 trade. If Watt hadn't walked in like that, they could have tried and deflected that trade-off coming in from TLID. But Dewa will have a small victory, going to be able to trade it with the mid turret. But at the same time, TLD are already munching on that second-tier turret in the top side.
Man, Watt went back in right there. Another Watt moment. And immediately Team Liquid, the fact that Dewa afterwards, after losing Watt, were kind of committed to try and get a fight there. That was crazy. They tried to fight Team Liquid at their own game with no way to threaten Iron Shiki, and they just went to town and just beat everyone up. Looking at the goal difference though, when it comes to the lead over their lane partner, Iron Shiki and Aran actually both respectively are doing a lot better. About 1,300 gold ahead from both the EXP lane and gold lane of Dewa. So these side lanes are definitely pulling further away when it comes to gold.
I mean, but technically, it's not like TLID are spiraling out of control, right? 8 minutes in, Aaron Shiki's still on his second item. There is still room for Dewa United, but in this 1v1, is there going to be some room? All right, Fabian retreats from that, and Ray gets chunked quite a bit. But even looking at the disparity of their EXP, Fabian level 12, Ray level 12, it's a 50-50 here. And with Dewa having the Moskov, he should be able to control that far lane.
That's only if Team Liquid doesn't force the issue though. Already on the Lord, having ways to shred it down, having ways to engage as well. Really walks forward.
We gotta get that retribution if they want to win this game. Could purify out the Curse of Blood, actually stopping them now. Kill coming up with a Terrify to give Fabian all the rooms to go for the Lord. In a 1v1, even actually winning it. Now what? Dumping back forward, but then getting caught by Kill. And still Aaron Shiki will be taken down. But TLID win out in the fight. It's a 2 for 2. 3 for 2 rather. Make it 4 with the Lord taken by Fabian.
And that was a crazy decision there. Team Liquid immediately scramble onto it. When it comes to those split-second decisions, they just always seem to have to make the right one. They didn't allow Watt any time to push and take more turrets. And despite that, because they were forced into it, Iron Shiki was actually right in the thick of things. And Fabian actually got stunned up by Watt there. The guy who secured the turret was Kill. It was looking really sketchy, but Iron Shiki survived long enough to shred everyone down, and his team was able to get the job done. And considering that the fact that he is ahead, but not the only guy with kills, that was a really great outcome for him. Aran actually is the one 4-0-1.
Fabian got the Lord.
Yep.
Fabian.
I thought Kill got it, but yeah, he got stunned up right when the Lord was kind of low. So that was a close one. A respectable play from Watt. Fortunately, just wasn't enough.
Oh, Holy Crystal in for Aaron Shiki already here.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. We've seen faster.
From Skylar.
From Skylar. But granted, 10 minutes is already quite quick for Aaron Shiki, especially Dewa United. How will they be able to take Aaron Shiki down in that backline? Is it Sorizo's job to find that dive?
At this point, if he dives solo against Aaron Shiki, he's gonna get melted, man. Him and Fabian together. Not to mention, the Spear of Alpha can push him back even further. An additional layer of crowd control too. So for Dewa, I feel like it's Keys that has to try and step up and do some damage right here. But it's a lot easier said than done if you look at the positioning and how Team Liquid are playing here. Even when they're grouping together, they're having a good amount of spacing between them, just in case, right? In case Keys gets those angry glooms going.
Honestly, it's tough, right? Because if Keys steps out of line just a bit, sure, there is the black shoes to play with, but really can just go in with the Curse of Blood. And then Keys will have a very difficult time to deal out that expected damage onto the back line. And speaking about damage, let's take a look little bit at this item, but what?
What a great play. Entropy coming down. Aaron Shiki still able to survive. Meanwhile, Aran finding the penalty zone on 3, giving Kill the combo of his life. What an Eternal Guard, what a Terrify, what a Curse Blast, all set up by Aran.
Triple kill in as well for Kill. We were just talking about that Curse of Blood and that setup coming in from Aran, and here it is. 4 members from the side of Dewa United are taken out. Look at TLID, look at the cavalry charge into the base of the gods.
Oh! Baiting out the Purify, Watt against the world, he cannot win. Aran gets the monster kill, 6-0-4.
Aran on the Terizla. And you give this man, he used to be known for split pushing, but with the current team, he does what is necessary, man, on the Terizla. winning the lane, getting it done in the team fights when it comes to the engage, when it comes to the sustainability.